Welcome to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. Join us in our campaign and shenanigans as we explore the subterranean labyrinths, plunder hordes of treasure, battle legendary monsters. This podcast will be following our gaming group and the adventures of these characters, as well as a few guests from time to time. Join us as we start a new campaign and our journey to experience the best, and maybe the worst, in the 5th edition of Dungeons & Dragons.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, assigned to Ragnarok Story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and rpgpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
Okay, so everybody ready?
Yep.
You were right, by the way, I did have the character sheet. Found it without even looking, too. Okay, so last we left off, you guys were in the big circular room, which I didn't finish drawing the whole thing up, because you guys used that to camp out in, right? Mm-hmm. After you secured this room with that nice, fancy, intricate dragon head door that you...
Yeah, I got that, guys.
that a grand master will need to pick, because it sucks. So you guys have taken your break, you've recovered your spells, you've spent your hit dice. What is your game plan now that you're ready? You Goblins of Conquest.
Conquest.
I think we were walking down that hallway.
Yeah, we found ancient graffiti.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, I think that's where we kind of left off.
Yep, yeah, basically you guys retreated so you could get recovered and bounce back from the injuries and the pitfalls and the trials and tribulations.
We did get a short rest.
Oh no, you guys took a long rest. So everybody got everything back.
Everything.
Yep.
I thought it was a short rest. So.
Oh well, was it a short rest or was it a long rest?
I think it was a short rest.
You guys.
The long rest, you said we leveled.
No.
It was definitely a long rest.
Sleep my way to epic.
They call it level 1 for a reason.
There's like nothing appropriate to respond to.
So
sleep your way to epic.
So if you guys are taking a long rest in the big circular room, go ahead and give me a perception roll with advantage, since you guys are just chilling and doing the goblin thing. And what are you guys doing with the kobold bodies, by the way?
We tossed them in the pit.
Eating them.
Wow.
Yeah, 18.
Wow.
I like to be nice.
Yeah, he kind of went there.
I mean, admittedly, thank you for advantage.
Yeah. Oh hell no.
Does anyone have any
I
depths
think
in the borrow?
I think that.
No.
I mean, you can take my now cursed slightly maroon die.
I would stay away from
I
this
can
one.
run with that guy, so. Oh, you're gonna make them compete with each other.
That's right.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Sorry, we're gonna die tonight, guys.
Try this.
She's burning all the bad rolls now. Hey, natural 20. We know which dice she's gonna use. Okay, so you guys, basically sit. You're recuperating. You're coming up with your battle plan. So what kind of strategy you guys are discussing here?
Eat the kobolds.
Eat the kobolds. You can. I mean, it's not
That's
cannibalism.
his plan.
They're kobolds. They're like reptilian. It's completely okay.
Are we cooking them or are we just eating them raw?
I'm a little more civilized than that. But
Oh.
He is a bugbear.
yeah, I mean,
I didn't want to offend your hobgoblins.
look,
That's why I'm asking. Because if so, then we need to build a fire and that might.
well, we're basically
Drink more
inside.
tasty.
Yeah. You're inside a tower that's a giant chimney stack that's way up in the chasm area that you're smoking, weed. So, if all places to start a fire, this circular, burnt-out, crushed tower is the best place to...
Well, and
Something
then,
that's already been burned down.
well, My thought is, you know, do we want to draw attention to ourselves by having smoke go up, you know, out the top? So,
Well, anything that comes down is either going to have to come down from above or come down through the canyon and bypass the pit trap. I think we're okay.
Okay. Yeah, you guys feel secure that with the entrances you made, as well as the whole kobolds bursting and them being massacred, you know, they're probably aware that you guys are here and the kobolds haven't come back.
Kobold massacre. My
Yeah.
favorite pastime.
I just
and
want
they
to
started it.
block this door or like wedge something
Yeah,
in
yeah,
so
yeah.
that so that
Yeah,
it
you
doesn't-
basically get a little piton in there
Yeah.
and peg the door so you'll hear someone kicking the door if they try to come that way. Okay, so you guys basically are allowed a full long rest if you need it. You know, that way you can discuss your battle plans. So what are the battle plans now that you've tasted blood? What is your goal to be here besides the magic apples you heard about? Well, the poisoned apples.
to find a way through the door with the crazy luck.
The one over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, since apparently our forebears were here at some point,
Mm-hmm.
I'm
You,
just
you definitely understand the goblins have been here before.
curious.
So those of you who rolled better than 15 or natural 20, you spot it like the first 5 minutes of your break. On the circle here, there seems to be a secret door. Looks like a secret door. You just notice that the tinge on the rocks are different than the rest of them.
Like in old video games.
slightly off
I
color.
think I noticed something over here.
For you here, natural 20, there's a glowy sparkle thing going on.
Scooby Doo.
One of the
Yeah, I'm
secret
gonna-
entrance.
Okay, so you point. So you are the mighty paladin of conquest. So what are you gonna say?
I believe there's a secret entrance
Yeah.
right about there.
I picked up on it too, but on my 18, ready to head looking curiously at this door.
Okay, so you're gonna try to like fidget with the door to open it.
There are the much biggers than me, and I'm wondering if they are more willing to push the door first. But
Maybe we should search it for traps
That would be
stuff.
that-
I'm gonna check it for traps.
Well,
Go ahead and give me a roll. You use your thieves kit, so you have your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
So Dex plus 2.
Dex plus 2.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And that's wow, I can math today. 14.
Okay, so you get your little thieves tools out. You're doing your little thing, checking for traps. You pretty much think it's safe.
Yeah, guys, I pretty much think this is safe.
You pretty much think it's safe.
Yeah.
I
So one of you stronger types should take the hit. I mean,
You
try
don't want
to-
to open it?
I'm here to heal, so
oh yeah, you stay back with me.
I will attempt to open the door.
Okay, so with her nicely taking her thieves' tools, clearing the way, pretty much, you open the door. It slides and just goes to the side. It's a little recessed door. It's kind of nice, and you see 3 goblin corpses in there. It looks like they were goblin archers at one point. From the looks of things, it looks like the rats could easily get through this wall here because there's little rat holes and things. Probably, just because it's a trash castle. Looks like the bones have been gnawed naked, from all their flesh with little rat bites. But oddly enough, of course, the archers do have their bows still in their hands, and you notice that one of them has a quiver still on his shoulder.
I'm very interested in said quiver.
Yeah,
I'll take a little
you're
peek at it.
You're actually sure these bows at one point, probably like 100 years or so ago, were really great quality bows.
So but they're also 100 years old,
Yeah.
and I'm now concerned about their. Am I concerned about their usefulness now?
Well, you would assume that now that they're basically just dry rotted pieces of crap.
Yeah.
But the quiver, if you'd like to share the skinny with the rest of them since you're opening it, the quiver looks like its contents are still in pretty good shape.
Stock back up.
I'll point out the quiver.
I like, yeah.
So
I
you're
like.
saying-
I was.
Yeah,
I
saying-
like I said, I was waiting for the bigger guys to open it. I was
I'll pick up the
definitely
quiver.
willing to look at the door.
So you're gonna go in the room?
Yes, I'll go in the room.
Okay, so.
Whenever the GM immediately repeats what you just said you're going to do,
No, you heard me wrong.
Are you sure? I want to make sure when you die, rocks fall and you die, it's all legit.
My friend tells a story about the time her character was walking in the forest and saw a tree, and she stayed away from that tree. Why are you staying away from the tree? Because if I'm in a forest and I notice one tree in particular, I'm not going
If that tree is that noticeable, you're in trouble. So, now it's a good time to go around the table, write your character's name and your class, and introduce yourself to the group. I forgot to do that earlier, so I must do that now. Because this is how the GM can cheat with his initiative chart. You all write your own names on it, so that way it's right here, like that.
I was taking the time to sit there in 8 hours
Yeah.
to look at this bugle.
So you're attuning to it, so to speak?
See what it is, yeah.
You have in your hands the horn of warning.
Okay.
It is a nice horn that you can
Use to
choose
warn
to
people.
use. It's got 4 charges, and so basically you can use it to attune to 4 people. That for 24 hours, if you blow it, only someone attuned to it, someone that you pick, will they be able to hear it.
Okay.
So you just go up to somebody and say horn, and then if you blow it, they hear it.
But nobody else.
Nobody else hears it.
which is either useful or the worst practical joke in history. Middle of the night.
But that's a really great, as you saw the kobolds use it, I mean, they had squads coming from every direction. I mean, it can come in
How many
really-
people?
4. It's got 4 charges, so
No,
basically max of 4
okay.
people.
Okay.
Maybe you can keep the pencil.
my own.
Okay, fine. Whatever.
Long rest means we're full hit
Right,
points
it's
now.
Yep, you guys are completely back up to snuff.
Okay.
Probably should have handed you all the pants so darker, bolder.
Wonder who might be more appropriate for it.
Well, I can be the Heidi one with a horn, and
Nothing
then
like drawing the attention to you, huh?
Well, no.
no,
it's one
it
person.
only you guys would hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, only
Oh,
one
okay.
person.
It's
Yeah.
completely silent when blown. Only the people that you've previously poked and said, "I cast horn on you."
If I remember correctly,
I
the
got
kobold tried to. We thought that the kobold was having a hard time blowing the horn.
It's okay.
When in fact
when
he was
they-
having reinforcements coming from
It'll
both
make its way back.
sides.
What's the distance?
Basically, it doesn't have a distance
As
listed.
long as I know who I'm.
Because then I could be like, oh crap, they're in trouble.
The warning sign. I must head back slowly.
So many horn jokes. It happened.
so many jokes about it.
Once you blow your horn.
But I blow my horn, it's pretty silent. Only one person can hear it.
Or better yet, are you horny? See, I thought somebody else would get that before me.
It's Monday.
Yeah.
Hey, I had to work today too. That's no excuse.
Does
I-
watching children count as working?
Yes. Why would it not?
Well, actually, these ones just play video games and watch
My
YouTube.
children are darling.
They are. Kai was all sorts of snuggles today.
Okay, so as so which
They were
one?
having pencils
This
today.
one?
Yeah.
So you are walking in the secret door. So about how far away is everybody else? Okay. He's right there. He's like, I want that quiver. Okay, so pretty much as soon as you get in there and you start to reach to touch the quiver, because you're just fluting a corpse, Go ahead and roll initiative.
We all know from Munchkin that you get to go up there when you do the work.
Ooh, that's a good roll. You can all roll initiative. I mean, granted, it's a really horrible choke point. What did the bunch get?
9.
5.
4.
3. Just kidding.
Well, it's right next to you.
4, 3, 2.
I got a hole too.
Oh, I thought you were being rude.
No.
5, 4, 3, 2.
You got 2?
No, I got 15.
Well, I had
okay.
I had a 3, but I have a -1 to
And
initiative.
what did our future Hexblader get? 5?
No, 4. Excuse me.
4?
You liar.
And what did our rogue get?
5.
You speedy rogue.
The speedy rogue.
Well, I used all of my speediness on the last
Okay.
game.
So I'm assuming the wizard is just milling about and, waiting to see what happens? Or is there something the wizard would like to do since you were like the best on initiative? You were like right there in the moment, ready to do something.
Yeah, I blow the horn and the paladin hears it.
Gotta test it.
It was just then I figured it out, and the paladin hears this horn blowing.
So you hear the horn blaring behind you. As it's your turn, you're grabbing the quiver.
Yep.
And you're feeling these skeletons moving of their own volition.
We are
That's
in a
not
video
normal.
game.
As they're starting to move.
We jump on them.
I'm gonna suggest we step back.
Okay, so you're stepping back. How far back are you stepping?
That's the idea. Free experience.
How far do you want to step back? Go for it. Pretty much this wall is on this side of the circle.
I'll just step this back.
Okay, let the ranger take the blunt of it. Okay, so ranger, you see the skeletons starting to move. Of course, granted, the paladin's got the quiver. It's got 20 really nice looking arrows in it that's catching your eye.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I can plink an arrow at one of these skeletons that are getting up. I think I might just want to. I'm gonna fire an arrow at the one that at one of the skeletons.
The one that owned the previous owner.
Yeah, the previous owner.
So you may kill it and make it yours.
Yes.
Okay.
And I got a natural 20.
Wow! Apparently you really wanted his arrows so bad. You embraced your pure goblinness of the mine.
So how exactly are crits? So it's max damage. and then
Basically, you roll your dice twice.
roll it twice.
Yep.
Okay. So 4, 7, and the bonus is the +3 twice on there too.
No,
or-
just the one time with the bonus.
14.
Damn!
Oh, you're cold.
Did we make it too cold in here?
I'm very cold.
You
I
can turn off.
think I'm under a vent.
We are. It's hard not to be though.
I'll
This
say,
side is-
air conditioning lady, you need to warm the room up.
No way. I'll just snuggle her.
So immediately, you all see the paladin come out with this leather quiver. It's seen better days, but the arrows look beautiful inside it. And they're beautifully crafted goblin arrows.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously from a bygone era. And he comes stepping out of the doorway. Goblin Ranger goes, and an arrow, and you just hear this crashing sound as your arrow goes flying in there. And all of a sudden, the eye sockets of the goblin skeletons start lighting up with flame. Your arrow goes right through one, and the skull just flies against the wall and just shatters, and it just falls to pieces.
Go you.
Are you good with where you're standing?
I think I might wish to back up about 10 feet.
Okay. So you basically make this amazing shot, and it's like you're watching an episode of Arrow. You know, amazing, impossible shots going off here.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Just close the door.
I got my.
Just close the door.
that's a thought. I mean, so it's a thought to close it. So giggle snort.
Yeah.
It's,
There you go.
I can't tell if it was intentional or not. So it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Is the door still open?
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot another one.
Okay, with your little bow.
Yeah.
It's all about the archers.
14.
14. Your arrow goes flying out, and it definitely hits. So go ahead and roll for damage.
Awesome. Can I borrow these?
Go ahead.
7.
Ooh, that's actually pretty good. It's not plenty good, but it's good. As your arrow shoots out and literally it, like hits this goblin in the hip, and like a big chunk of bone goes flying off with some bone powder making a mess everywhere. You feel kind of sad because you, of course, all recognize these as goblin skeletons. Because, to your eyes.
Why are we sad?
I mean,
They're just
sad.
Because they only had enough loot for probably one of you.
Okay, that is a valid statement.
So, fighter.
Yeah.
You see your teammates plunking arrows into the room. I mean, there's this rattly sound. It sounds like they're shooting bones.
I knew where I was in relation to
Now, you can just stay where you are. The room circumference you can clear no time, so.
Okay. Then actually, I will make my way into the room
Okay.
and unlimbering the battle axe.
This one's exploded.
I will take a
So
swing.
as you step in, you see these skeletons starting to form because damn, they're poor initiative.
I will take a swing at the one that is closest to me.
Okay, so this guy.
That is only a 13.
So as you swing your axe down, you think you're going to miss for a second, and it kind of like assembles itself and pops forward. Just as your near miss becomes just a barely, you hit it in the rib cage. So go ahead and roll for damage.
It is a ribcage.
That would be 6 damage.
6 damage? So you hit it in the rib cage, and you notice, it's got a chunk of hip missing. Obviously, it was the one that she hit, and it just breaks down into pieces as you hit it. Poor skeletons. Nobody likes the poor skeletons.
Oh, boo-hoo.
I mean, they're dead goblins.
Yeah.
Even less useful than live goblins.
And then click this one that finishes assembling himself because it's now his turn. And this poor thing is going to take a point blank shot with the arrow it had in its horrible rotten bow.
May have been getting up to serve you.
Yes, my master. Yes,
Paladin
my
didn't
master.
wait to find out.
So the 6 hits you. As it goes, twing, and arrow just kind of like zings past you and shatters against the wall.
If he's asleep, baby.
No, not even then, probably. That's just not nice. So,
I've had 2.
dear cleric of hate and death and anger and everything good in the universe,
Yeah.
from a certain point of view, it is your turn.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have any
What?
undead spells yet, so I guess I'm just gonna have. What am I in comparison to?
You're in the area. You're within one round of walking in there if you want to walk in there.
Okay. I think at this point I'm gonna stay outside and I'm gonna hold my turn because I really can't see the point in doing anything. They've got it under control at the moment.
Okay, so basically, if anything dangerous comes out,
Yeah.
you'll-
Plus, I'm watching our backs.
Okay, that's actually a good thought. You never know how sneaky they can be tag teaming on stuff. Okay, so you're basically taking the security position. So back to the top of the order. Wizard, you've expended 1 charge of your magic horn.
Yeah. Kind of shove it down in the pouch and then walk in, and I guess I would have to step in behind.
Funny because we have 2 of the same guys.
You don't have enough bugbear, do you?
I didn't pick one either, so you can pick whatever.
That's bugbearish.
Okay.
Speaking of horns.
How about we swap out that skeleton for skeleton?
Yeah, I just step over here then and walk through a friendly space if you don't mind.
Yep, it's
Nope, I'm
friendly.
I trip him.
I could just reach over and that'd be very uncomfortable though.
I don't have a great one, but there's a almost cleric-ishy. It's actually an orc, but
Who cares?
To my human eyes, I can't tell the difference.
They don't look alike.
Okay, so you're just walking in there. You're like, hey, buddy.
Yeah, so I'm going to do Booming Blade.
Oh.
Yeah, so
okay.
as a part of an action, cast a spell, it's a cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
Make a melee attack. One creature within the spell range, otherwise the spell fails, so I need to hit.
Okay, so you get to cast a spell into your weapon as you get ready to club them.
Yeah, and I don't think that's going to go so hard. 12?
12. You swing, and obviously this skeleton's ready for you at this point. It's fully assembled, and it's the hate burning in its eyes does not want to be extinguished, and it just kind of like lunges backwards as you swing your nasty attack on it.
Okay. That is my move.
Mm-hmm.
So that is my turn.
So you're gonna face danger and suck it up.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
So Paladin, you have this quiver, and there's something cool about these arrows, but you don't know exactly what. You just know that they're cool, and the Ranger's giving you this glowy-eyed look.
Yeah, we'll stab you in your sleep.
Glowy-eyed or doughy-eyed? What do you want it for?
I will step into the room.
Oh my god, this room just got super crowded.
Which is why I did not go in there.
I helped
What's that
clear it
smell?
And then the true booby trap goes off. Goblins that have been locked in a closet to die.
18.
Is that what? What are you doing back there?
Nothing.
Okay.
This doesn't concern you.
I don't know what you're thinking.
10 points of damage. You go in there and smash your weapon into it, but this skeleton, he was the only one to form together. He is not going out like a punk yet. Granted, he's going to have to bend down and pick up a bow and shoot at disadvantage again, so it's going to suck on his turn. But he is still alive as you just like shatter his clavicle, and some of his ribs just clink to the ground, but he's still holding on to the thing that is hate and unlife in him. Okay, so then it is the Ranger's turn.
Right, so where would I guess I'd have to go to the doorway to at least have a decent shot at him, right?
Now, for your crappy line of sight, you will be disadvantaged.
I could. I mean, or I could just drop the bow and yes, I can sit underneath the fighter's feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll sit under the fighter's feet, musing that my figure is actually bigger.
Compact.
So you're immediately doing the whole drop and switch to melee.
Drop and switch to melee. I only have enough action to get to one of my swords.
Okay.
8 plus 5, 8, 13.
13 will hit. That is the magic number. We now know.
5 damage.
5 damage.
Isn't there sneak attack? Oh, you're right, Ranger.
Yeah, no, I wasn't hiding.
He's got the Ranger danger going. This thing, you come in there and you hit it. You hit it hard. And you just see chunks of bone falling off this thing. It's just barely. Literally, it's like arm and a leg. Still fighting to stay. It's still alive. But just a shaving of bone. There's more cobweb holding it together than magic.
I use a little green marble as my when I'm standing underneath someone.
As you're in hiding. Rogue, it's your turn.
Nope.
Nope. And she's looting the
We're
party.
snuggling.
She's looting the whole party.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot at that one.
Okay, you'll be at disadvantage.
Oh, because there's so many people?
Unless you want to do the same thing that the Ranger did with drop your bow, go to a melee weapon, and stand underneath the Paladin.
This is just really cozy.
I'm gonna climb on top.
How many goblins can you fit in a small room?
I'm just gonna
I imagine this is
Now when the fork is out.
Yeah, I was like, I imagine this is why they ended up in this room.
I'm going to
Did the same thing.
I'm going to back out of the room and just watch where we came from.
Okay.
Hey, welcome.
Hey. As you're waiting, this is the moment the kobolds spring the trap, right? Okay, so Rogue's backing off quietly. So Fighter, it's up to you to spit a loogie and make this thing explode.
You.
That would be 15.
That would hit.
All right.
You don't even need to roll damage unless you can get less than 1.
No.
You bring your weapon down and this thing explodes in such close quarters that you're all tasting goblin bones.
Oh, God.
And I'm assuming you dropped the quiver outside?
No, it's I swung there. Just swung the sword when I did.
Okay, so you had the quiver?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically the goblin's dead. You can see these poor things were locked in here to die. It was horrible. And their hate and the evil magics made them reanimated skeletons. When someone disturbed them, it was sad. But there's a quiver that's got 20 really nice looking arrows.
Drop the quiver on the ranger and walk by.
Yes, I will gladly take this quiver.
And you do the one?
Gimme.
Were they wearing anything besides the quiver?
They had basic clothes on, like tunicky, but nothing that you recognize as like the ancient Goblin Empire.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing along those lines. These were mercs down here during the event, and then
Gotcha. Yeah.
they got stuck during the whole sundering of the place, and then the kobolds found them and they animated the kobolds. Close the door. And our ranger here has got a 20 + 1 arrows.
I can put more than just. I was just about to ask. Can I put anything more than just nice arrows? That's why I first wrote everything down.
It is +1 ammunition.
Nice.
Now it's not like an arrow slaying, but it's +1 ammunition. So you get to add a +1 to your attack and your damage roll.
Oh, it's on both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course,
Yeah.
once it hits, it's
That
no
one's
longer
I steal
magical.
them from.
Yeah.
What's worse than goblins who have the ability to disengage and hide in magical arrows? It's pretty dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys, you rifle through the remains in there. You can tell that these guys died of starvation because they were like, whoever died first got eaten.
How brittle are the bones?
Very brittle.
Okay.
Especially after they've been, murderized again.
Extra murderers.
Are you looking to keep some?
A skull?
Okay, you can grab a skull from one.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for him to chew it like an apple.
Actually, as
There is no marrow in it.
he
You
kind of
can't-
picks it up and
Dusting it off.
he sticks his tongue out and he licks the top of it to kind of moisturize it a little bit.
So it's less dusty and more
Mm-hmm.
buffed. Okay.
And
So,
start putting it on the top of his quarterstaff.
He's got it like an.
He's like,
oh, come on. Okay, so you guys have gone in there and smashed the skeletons. What's the
How many
plan?
licks does it take to get the
Yeah, it's
The
not
center of a
creepy at all.
goblin
This
skull.
fucker licking a goblin skull.
yeah, well, I mean,
we're like
they're
we're
goblins.
like taking steps back.
Right?
We fear he may acquire the taste.
He's got the taste for their flesh.
Yeah, right after he looks at you too. Like,
I wonder what it tastes with the juices still intact.
it's kind of dry.
Or better yet, wonder what their marrow tastes like.
No need to. I don't wonder.
It was a cold winter that year. So I assume you guys are going to unwedge the door
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
heading that way.
Yeah, I pick up the pack that I have with me that I carry on my back, the long package, strap it to my back, and undo the door.
Okay. So Fighter pulls the door, especially since he's all muscles. So what's your marching order?
The back.
I'll be in the front.
I'll be around mid.
You're on somebody's back.
Yours.
That's it. Back.
It's got quite the view.
I'm gonna steer you with your hair.
I am not in front. How's that?
That's
Perfect
fair.
place for you.
She can be behind me.
See, I'll let you guys.
I'll
put
go
those
second.
on.
I'll go second since that seems to be the least favorite place.
What?
Up
Which one's
front.
hers?
Okay. Hers is. Which one is?
Oh no! Wasn't that? Cause we're saying that was because it's
Oh,
very,
yeah, that was
is
her.
very macy.
So
Here.
we will
She wants to be in the back.
That was our fighter.
Give me that.
Our fighter's using a sword, right?
Battle axe.
Battle axe? Did not grab a battle axe.
How dare you?
I know. How dare I? So wizard's going in the middle-ish? Back-ish?
I mean, he's probably right next to the ranger. Ranger probably.
Like that?
We can cohabitate.
Right.
That's an interesting
Kinda
marching
used to
order.
it.
Okay, so that's the marching order?
Yep.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
guys are heading in, you see the graffiti, there's draconic graffiti, there's goblin graffiti. You know, hundreds of years of both species claiming this as our turf. You see the different clans carvings in the wall that they're like, this is our turf, and then someone defaces it and puts theirs over it. And then of course you see, you know, this beautiful like embossed paint of an oak leaf that's all powdered and oxidized. So our fighter's going first. Okay?
So
What's your passive perception?
not great. 11.
Okay. Okay.
It's good enough, Jim.
Okay.
It's good
Just
enough.
checking it.
He's dead, Jim.
Okay, so you guys start coming in. You clearly see that there's a door here and a door here. Obviously, these doors they're still intact and in good shape because you know you spiked that one and saw how the wood was obviously treated alchemically somehow to make it preserved because the wood's not warped or dried or fallen apart, and it's really old from the dust that you're seeing on the floor. Even though there's tons of footprints going through here. Obviously, this is like
It's
the
like a
most
little
walked through
game
path.
trail through the dust.
Are both doors open or closed?
Both doors are closed.
Both doors are closed.
Especially after what you guys did there, someone slammed that door really fast.
Gotcha. Okay. So that looks like the more recently occupied one?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I will go to the door on the right.
Okay. So you're heading up here?
Oh.
So, you take a step forward, and you hear this distinct click as you step on one of the tiles. And for a second, both of you, because you easily hear the click right behind you, right in front of him. You both have this reminder of yourselves of knowing your enemy, kobolds. They like traps. As all of a sudden, you click down. And at about shoulder height, you look to the wall and you see the dust that's between the bricks crumbles out because it looks like it was just dust packed in there. It wasn't really dust. As all of a sudden, there's a scything blade that comes out.
Oh.
Give me a dex save, both of you. Because it's at shoulder height, the ranger's, it's going to swoosh right over his head.
14.
12.
So you just barely managed to do this whole whoa matrix move as the blade comes scything out and does this like weird oblong wobble for 15 feet across the wall. You, dear paladin, see him do this whoa, 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 whoa matrix to get out of the way. As all of a sudden you're looking at him and then you're looking at his foot where he stepped on it, looking at him, and just as you pull back, the blade kisses you for 4 points of damage.
It was
Ow.
it was a pleasant kiss.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, as you do the whole, and you look and the goblin's right behind you, you're like getting ready to warn, I'm sure, the goblin to duck. It passes right over your head. Almost like, you get the distinct impression, for those shorties out there, such as you and kobolds, this trap was meant to buy the kobolds time as they run away.
You should probably be up front.
or the road. Yeah, I'm like,
I'll just crawl over the top of you guys.
Yeah, I am definitely.
So you're gonna,
yeah.
I'm gonna people hop.
Did you put me in the back?
Is that where you not want to be?
Where do you want to be?
Not in the back and not in the front, kind of
All
in the
right,
middle.
so I guess I'm in the back.
Yeah, I'll follow behind the rogue as well, taking advantage of my.
Let's
I
put it
guess
this
a
way.
higher perception.
Because you can share squares. You
But-
sure you want to share? Are you going to share squares with the
You
rogue
gotta,
or with the
you gotta
fighter?
keep the healer.
At this point, I'll go with the
You
fighter.
have more hidden
Okay.
dice than I do, and you have
Being
higher
more the,
perception.
I'm wondering, being more the front, I'm gonna ready the 2 blades instead.
Okay, so you
Is
swing
that
up
it?
your,
Is that it?
Yeah,
and whip out your 2
Yes.
shakers.
I have a 15.
Yeah, I
Okay,
should
so-
probably do the deck.
So Rogue, you've taken the lead. Are you going to do anything besides step forward, like
I'm
perception?
gonna perceive.
You're going to perceive?
I'm gonna
Okay.
perceive.
percept.
What's your passive perception?
You're gonna percent.
10.
10? Oh my
That's why
god.
I need to do it actively.
Oh my gosh,
Wait,
she's
how-
not wise at all.
No, that can't be. Because
Well, maybe I did it wrong.
It's 10 plus your wisdom bonus.
I don't have the wisdom.
That's why it's 10.
There you go.
I thought it was perception or your actual. Okay. Well, then never mind.
Well, I got a 14. I got a 14 passive, so maybe I should take the
Well,
front.
I mean, if I'm actively perceiving.
Holy crap. You get to roll your perception. So you're going to take a moment, you're gonna do the whole bionic man thing.
No, it's just gonna have to continuously doing it though.
Well, one roll will give her some stuff.
17.
Ooh, really good. So you realize that, yes, there's the trap that just sprung.
Hey guys, here's that trap.
If you do realize that you could always do your thief thing on the trap to either reset it or disarm it permanently. It's up to you. Or just leave it like it is.
Coming after
What
us.
are the
so-
odds that it automatically resets? You notice right before this door here, there's a trap where basically there's a poison crossbowy darty thingy that shoots something straight down.
Okay.
And it looks like it's set off by a little tiny tripwire that's like in the floor and then goes up to the wall.
Okay.
That one you feel that you could safely just go kapoing and let it go off harmlessly.
Yeah, but then we won't have an arrow with poison on it. If I climb up and take the arrow out, then I can have an arrow with poison in it.
This is a thing, yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Or you could just stand underneath it and receive it.
Then you would
That's such a
then you
good
would
idea.
also have an arrow with poison in it.
But then the arrow and the poison have gone 2 different ways. So will you be asking one of your compatriots to help you with this?
Would you like?
Oh, I should stand on
Since
somebody.
it's in the
Yeah,
ceiling.
I would go. I would go with furry long arms over
Mr.
there.
Bugbear, would
Every
you
long
pick me up?
Make way.
Okay, so
Everyone's like
so
against
he's
the
like,
Right.
okay, so he's lifting you up.
I'm in the
I'll
back
give
of
you
it.
advantage since you have a furry step ladder.
First.
Excuse me, this is an
So
elevator.
you're whipping out your tools,
Yep. Okay, so that's a...
your thieves kit, which
Thieves
you're
kit.
proficient in.
Okay. So...
He's holding her out like this, just in
That
case.
is 24.
Oh, yeah.
And then also 24.
Wow.
So I am really good at getting this arrow.
You guys hear this quick popping sound and she's like, psh, psh. She click, click, and the arrow like slowly slides out as you catch it. And it seems to be a crossbow bolt.
Damn it, do we have crossbow?
I do.
You have a crossbow? I brought you a present.
Steps
you.
Poison crossbow bolt.
Yes, it is a poisoned crossbow bolt.
Yes, I will tell you
Wrap
that.
it up nicely.
Okay, put some nice cloth around
Yeah.
the poison so no one
Some plastic
accidentally...
wrap. Put it in a blood bag.
That's what I was just gonna say. I'm gonna grab that Tupperware.
And you also notice that this door it looks like it was, smacked around at one point, a little bit of damage, And with your perception, you see that there's also a trap right here. Little bastards.
Okay,
And that's just basically one of those, the tile from the roof just comes straight down at somebody. Really,
Fine,
really
fine.
annoying.
well, I think we should just go in the other door and we can deal about the trap later, because
What if we forget about the trip?
I'm not going to forget about the traps.
5 minutes later. Oh man, I forgot about the trap.
As we're running out, I forgot about the trap.
Which trap?
There was a trap!
See, this is a kobold hideout. Who's going to wager that's not the last trap?
Yeah, true.
I
That
mean,
is a thing.
I can do that. If you guys want me to, I can go over there and set off that trap or disable it or something. Or we could just go in this room right here.
So you go up to the door and you're going to open the door?
No, that's not what I said.
It's like, don't put words in my mouth.
I asked everybody
Yes,
what
open
we
the door.
want to do.
Okay.
All right, someone bigger and stronger should open the
See
door.
previous comment about the DM is asking to confirm what your actions are.
So who's going to open the door?
If I will open it if it looks safe.
Well, I didn't perceive another trap aside from the.
Did you
poison.
check the door though?
No.
And I think he means like listen at the door.
Did check.
Let me get a cup. Hold
You-
on.
That's actually a thing. You can do a perception through the door to see if you roll high
all
enough.
right, all right, all right. Let's do it.
That's a thing you can actually do is listen at the door. Never dissuade the listen at the door. You can hear snoring. You can hear people talking.
Or not.
Or not.
You hear that the coast is clear.
All right. I pull open the door.
Okay, give me a quick strength check. The door's
Fireball.
kind of been wedgy.
Yeah.
Door flies open to your hand. You just grab it. You see in there, it's a 15 foot by 15 foot. Obviously, this must have been like the guards' crash room at one point. You can see where they're carved out bunk beds that are of course rotted to nothing, little bits on the floor. And through decades, creatures have used this room as like a crash spot. Pretty much just like we use the main area for it, people would use this room. And you can see inside where they've obviously had makeshift reinforcements to bar the door from the inside. There's little different bars and things that have been set. You can just like hang it up on a couple nails to keep the door shut from the inside. So someone will have to cut the door down to get you in there.
There's a chamber pot in the corner.
Well, there's a dry pile of something. You can't quite. It doesn't smell anymore.
Right.
But it does look like people have lived here, and there's
while.
a couple needles in the corner.
That's right. Wow, the kobolds are such
Junkies.
So pretty much that's what you're seeing when you open the door. It just looks like and as from a goblinoid point of view, it looks like a great place to crash.
I'll do a quick sweep of the room.
Okay, go in there and just give it a quick look out. Okay, you're
15,
confident
15.
that there's nothing in here.
Just making sure.
But it does look like a goblin man stayed here in the near like a week or so.
Wow. You look tired. Whoa, okay. I didn't know that was expensive.
No.
Should I roll initiative?
Apparently,
murderous.
Wait for it. Duh.
So the coast is clear. I mean, there's a room there that you guys can use if you need to. If you want to lock yourself securely away in a small, tiny death trap. I mean,
Oh man, I feel so comfortable here.
And
I
this-
don't know why.
hey, it's better than going back to the secret room with the secret slidey
So,
door.
so who's taking first watch at the door?
Well,
No, we got
No,
we have to continue on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
would you like to?
Hey,
would you
hey,
like
I think
I
it might have
know,
been a
but-
trap.
I do recall someone
Future
remembers that there's a
reference.
trap.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I did not forget about the trap.
The rogue took out some dust. Now you can clearly see the little trapped pressure pad. So what are you going to do about it?
I'm going to, if we're going to continue on.
That always works. Okay, so you're going to go up and disarm the trap?
Yeah, if that's where we're headed.
Okay, go ahead and give me a quick thieves tools, because this is what the thieves tools are all about. Oh, like a
19.
boss. Yeah, you're just like, kick. Guys, look, you just put some gum right there and it doesn't work. So did you want to listen at the door, or?
I'm going to step away and let someone else handle that part.
Okay. She's telling you guys, the trap is disarmed. Anybody interested in just opening the door, listening at the door?
I'm gonna take a listen at the door.
Okay.
14, 18.
18. You listen at the door, and you're hearing this weird muffled sound. It almost reminds you once when your people caught some humans and gagged them, and they were screaming for their lives because you were
Hey.
having wolves eat their legs off while they were gagged.
Hey, I think there's some fun stuff going on inside there.
It It warms your cockles.
Oh my.
You're like, this reminds me of good times.
Our cockles
Yes.
are still warm.
Yes,
It's also
good,
what it sounds
good
like when you try to talk while your mouth is full.
Okay.
So yeah, I still am going to secede to one of the biggers to actually open these doors, but I am.
That's officially the goblin term now, the biggers. And the bugbear would be the more biggers.
No, he's the biggest.
And as soon as you meet
It's
your first
okay,
ogre,
call me
he's
superior.
Well, no, the hobgoblins are biggers. The bugbear is the biggest.
You're right.
Because you haven't seen anything bigger than him yet.
quickly ride him to battle. I will make a platform for you so I can shoot arrows off your shoulder. So who'd like to open the door?
Guess I will.
Okay.
Since everyone else was jumping at the chance.
Well, you have the glistening muscles. They want to see you flex. So go ahead and grab the door and give it a tug.
That'd be 17.
Wow. Okay. Good enough. Because you realize when you grabbed this door, it felt like there's resistance. And as you pull, you just hear these round little timbers. They may have been like quarter staffs, and they just snap as you swing that door open. You're like, really? This is how you lock the door? As you open the door, and
I think someone's being murdered out there.
I think so.
Is anybody important?
People have finally showed up at the store. You like that? You like that?
Well played.
That's how we take out the whole group, just by moving them
The oldest trick in the book.
Fight in the shorter than me fighter.
out. Theater of the mind. Of the mind. And you're hearing muffled cries from right there. There is.
Well, there's one of you.
I
You're
stole
fine
that one
too.
first.
You did. I stole it back.
We don't steal.
A smell that just hits you immediately in your nostrils as you open the door. You recognize it. It's cooked flesh. Fresh cooked flesh. And as the fighter looks in there, you see a goblin kind of like half tied on the little altar here, with flames coming up where you believe his legs probably are, and a big gag on him. And he's just seeing the fires obviously on the other side of this altar burning his legs.
Soup's on.
I mean, wait.
Mixed feelings about this.
Okay, so goblin being cooked alive.
Mm-hmm.
What else is in the room?
Oh, okay. And that's a great place to wrap it up there.
Here in the Force of Elandril, we elves defend the woods from beasts and men. I myself have helped drive off goblin raiders, slain a giant spider, and composed an elven symphony for the Blood Moon Harvest Festival, and that was before lunch. So when I'm not sliding down the trunk of a barbarian elephant beast after killing it and its occupants with only my dagger and a few arrows, I look forward to coming home to a Dungeon Crate. Dungeon Crate is a monthly subscription box service crafted specifically for RPG and tabletop gamers. Miniatures, dice, tokens, coins, maps, modules, terrain pieces, handmade items, RPG jewelry, and more are yours for only a few gold per month. You even get a digital crate along with a physical one as an added bonus. As an elf, I appreciate quality craftsmanship, and Dungeon Crate delivers, even if it's put together by humans.
Sir, sentries have discovered several dwarves and a wizard trespassing in our woods.
I was wondering what that smell was. DungeonCrate.com. Are you ready? Let the adventure begin.
Thank you for listening to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition, a member of the Creative Play and Podcast Network. And remember, be careful out there. There be dragons about.